Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. I want to first send a shout out to all the people who have lost loved ones and the people who are struggling to come to terms with their losses in the California wildfire situation. There's actually many of these weather anomalies happening around the world right now, many of which we don't hear about. In fact, there's one which is so extreme, I'm so surprised that the mainstream media in the West is not reporting on it. There have been massive, nearly apocalyptic flooding throughout the Middle East. It's been a deluge from Jordan to Kuwait to Saudi Arabia, and you really got to go and watch the video to see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't take any pleasure in watching people suffer, and that's not why I'm referring you to go and watch the video. But the fact that Western media hasn't reported on this at all is very suspicious, if you ask me. Some of the scenes that were unfolding there just a week ago looked a lot like the Japanese tsunami. In some cases, it looked a lot worse. Fortunately, in spite of how bad it looked, there actually was a very low amount of casualties. But this is just showing you how the weather patterns are changing around the planet. And I'm going to quickly plug Atlas Survival Shelters once again. If you live in the California region and you are interested in getting a fire shelter for your home, go and contact Ron from Atlas Survival Shelters. I'm going to post a link in the description. Tell him Canadian Prepper sent you and you will get 5% off the installation of any kind of survival shelter, from bomb shelters to fallout shelters to fire shelters to simple panic rooms, things of that nature. So go check it out. When Fort McMurray burned down, the town of about 170,000 people in Canada, about half the town burned down in a massive wildfire there a few years ago. I thought that was apocalyptic. Some of the scenes out of the California wildfire situation are just crazy. I'm almost surprised at how little attention has been paid to the truly apocalyptic scenes that are coming out that people are filming there. It's almost as if we've already gotten used to whole towns burning down. Because the Fort Mac fire, as crazy big as it was, it still paled in comparison to the devastation that was brought by this one. And there wasn't nearly as much footage as there is of the current wildfire in California. So it's almost in the span of 3 years, we've already gotten accustomed to this new way of life. And to show just how easily people are adapting to this and actually making it a part of the culture, now the whole fad in California is to post selfies of yourself with your gas mask on, or your N95 mask, N99 mask, respirator. That's the whole new trend. I will say, before I get into this, I want to give a plug to the RZ Mask Company. They probably make some of the best masks on the market for this sort of thing. Go and check them out. I'll post a link in the description. But in the case of very thick smoke, you're probably going to want an actual gas mask, full face respirator. You can get those CanadianPreparedness.com. We have the SGU 150, which is an evacuation mask that's going to be perfectly fine for escaping a dangerous situation like this. That's what you're going to want. It's not going to protect against carbon monoxide. For that, you're going to need an air tank like the firefighters use. But it will protect your eyes, your nose, your mouth from the smoke and all the toxic fumes. Now, on the one hand, we could be very cynical about this and say that this is just more evidence of the vain nature of people who live in parts of California, and how we as a society have become so narcissistically obsessed with ourselves that we're going to be doing this stuff until the bitter end. Until the whole place burns down, we are going to be taking selfies. We're going to be snapping pictures on the front lines. What comes to mind is Woody Harrelson in the movie 2012, who's reporting to the very last minute while that massive caldera is exploding and consumes him. I think we are truly going to delude and amuse ourselves with our happy pills and our see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil mentality, where being serious about anything is taboo, and we always need to finish our sentences with a smiley emoticon to show that we're keeping calm and we're moving on and we're making the best of a bad situation, which we're pretty much doing absolutely nothing to change. Now, you could probably say that this is a way that people are coping with the situation and, coping with a really bad situation. I don't think it is. I think it's probably a little bit of both. It's the fact that, number one, you need a mask or else you're going to get poisoned. There's definitely an insta-horror, look at me aspect to this whole thing. I think this might even harken back to the showmanship and tribalistic nature of man. If you look at all the post-apocalyptic movies, I don't think they're too far off in predicting these wildly eccentric and flamboyant displays of regalia. This is just that before the collapse. In the same way that gas masks look cool and are tactical, and there's a whole gas mask culture. It's been incorporated into raves and a lot of different subcultures. That's basically what this is. It's reactive, pre-collapse survivalism with a fashionable twist. And for all of you people with deep pockets, now would be a great time to invest in masks, because there's going to be a lot of people who are needing respirators in the future, especially if this is the new normal. I know in many Asian countries, it's long time been a fad to decorate your flu mask with cat faces. We're at a point now where it's like, what pre-collapse survival gear best defines me as a person? Now, probably the most cynical way of assessing this situation is to say that these are the last cries of attention of people in the lonesome, alienated, crowded West, where family and community have been replaced by the shallow nods of approval that come in the form of likes and hearts on various social media websites. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out. The best way to support this YouTube channel is to support yourself by gearing up through CanadianPreparedness.com or BugoutRoll.ca. Premium quality gear at the best possible price using the incredibly secure and easy to use Shopify platform. We offer free shipping to the United States for orders over $200 USD and free shipping to Canada over $75. So support the channel by supporting yourself.